Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for following along. If you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along for more good tips and ways to how to trade and make money in this crazy world. We got two big things happening right now. We got Amazon finally exploding. So as you can see at the bottom, we'll just pull it up on the chart view, and had a pretty good dip. Had lots of lows here dating back to August. So hit a low. So I kind of determined a support level, put a buy box here. It busted through that, obviously, but luckily I was able to grab quite a bit as it hit that one, two, three, and once it hit the third time, I just started kind of buying. You could see it started getting a little choppy, and sometimes that's what it does. It'll get choppy before you have a big turn. So went ahead and grabbed maybe 5 more shares over here in this chop. Had to write it down in the red a little bit, and we were sort of waiting on the turn. But as you can see, the overall trend is right here. So that was a good buy zone for me, and it's popping today. So here we are back in the green, and I'm going to I don't know, it's a pretty straight up line. So we're on the daily. So if it's up that high for a day, I might get behind it right. I would like to see it get up in, we can go ahead and move this. I just like to have that sort of as a visual on the trend line. So we can put a little sell circle up here. And yeah, I would like to see it get into that, obviously. But if it doesn't, if it just starts getting close, I would also be okay with selling that. Wow, we're already almost at 800, so it's just climbing. We might just reduce as well. So that's 25 shares. Yeah, that's 6,000 on that, and I'm sort of trying to stay at around 5,000 per stock. So I mean, I can definitely cash out some of that. And the other big thing that's happening is futures is finally taking off. Yes, it's because of the hold on bombing in Iran, but either way, it's finally taking off. So the last update that you saw for me on S&P futures was that I had to sell on this side of this expiration. We were approaching this expiration March 20th. Had to sell at a negative. This was the negative. Bought back on the other side at a lower price, and then bought maybe like one more over here. So basically, I wanted to go over like what now, like what are my thoughts now on this. So we could zoom out to like a day. This is my risk. If you watch the channel and follow along, you kind of know that this is my risk box right here, kind of a 20% fall of the market overall. So we reached that, we kind of tagged that half line, 10% market correction. That's where we tagged, and then we started turning. This is whenever Trump started talking about the war coming to an end over there, or at least us pulling out, or whatever. He goes on the news, and then the market goes crazy. So that's what happened in the last video. Tagged this, started turning up. We are almost recovered here. So I would say that if you bought down here, like if you're not recovering from a negative position and you just like saw this low RSI down here and the low MACD and you just bought, you really got a good, like a lucky buy right here at the bottom. And all this green is happening, I would probably get behind it. I would get behind one of these candles, either here or here, and just put a stop loss right there. Because if it triggers down again, because if you look at, I mean, the daily, positive 61, 4 hours, we're up on the RSI. This is starting to snake down a little bit. So if you're trading the 4 hour, I would definitely say approaching a sell point. But on the daily, this could keep going up for sure. Gone up. I thought this was interesting. So if the hourly goes up, your strength index has gone up over 70, and the MACD also goes up, and then you saw all this selling pressure come in, yet the price didn't go down with it. I mean, it kind of slowly went down, but like this is a huge change in sellers coming in the market and not a lot of price reflection on that change. So anytime you see like all these sellers right here pressure and then not a lot of price reduction on the chart up here, that just means it's truly bullish. That's it's kind of backs up your theory that okay, the market really is going up. It's even when the sellers come in, the price doesn't go down that much. Like it's a recovering market. So that's not to say that it can't, because of the 4 hour here, looking like it's topped out, looking like it's turning right here. Go ahead and come back down and tag the average line. So it will bounce a couple times more before it keeps climbing, but the whole question is like, do you want to go ahead and tag out your profits right here at 2,500 and grab it again down here at 67.40 and ride it up, or just go with the flow until you equal your 2,800 here? Um, because that's what I was out on this side of the expiration, trying to get probably 2,600. I mean, I'm getting pretty close, maybe 2,600. Then I'll only be technically down $200, and at that point, I'll just start trading hourly strategy again, like I've talked about in my previous videos. Um, Go ahead and kind of count this a wash, and then I can go ahead and just pay attention to the hourly, hit sells up here and hit buys down here. So it'll eventually stop trading so directional, and it'll start trading more lateral. And when you get a lot of lateral trading, that's when your hourly chart really, that's when you can really benefit off of um, buying at the low RSI and selling at the high RSI, because you're sort of going sideways. Um, yeah, we're getting closer to 2,600, so it's starting to slow down a lot. That's $200 away. That's really not bad. And then in Amazon's also making a good recovery. So not much happening over here. Palantir's hurting. Microsoft is still hurting. Broadcom is finally booming. So I'm not sure the news there, but that's a good recovery. Kind of the same thing that Amazon's doing, actually. See, this weekly is a nice like change of pace. The sellers are slowing down, buyers are coming in. You're about to have an MACD crossover, about to turn green probably right here. The RSI is coming up. Huge green bar. So weekly it could keep going. On the daily it's looking pretty topped out. So I mean, our our price level was roughly like right in here, price average. Uh, and then as the market kept dropping, obviously we were getting in. So the main goal, right, is just to lower your cost average. So I was able to lower the cost average down to here. So as this keeps going, we're going to profit more than it when our cost average was right here. Um, so yeah, I might put in a sell for Amazon, roughly in this range. There's a huge red bar here. It's your level 2 information about a lot of sellers, a lot of sell orders waiting right here. So they're not gonna let it surpass this 250 level, 249. Yeah, since this is the daily, I want to put in a sale for about $1,000 worth of this Amazon stock under this candle here. That way, if it keeps going, I'm still in the game. But let's see, trailing stop. It's been a while since we've been on the market because everything's just been down. I've just been waiting, so having to retrain my eyes to study the screen. All right, let's put in a trail for roughly $1,000. So we want to trail 234, and it's at 239, so that's $5. Punch it at 5 there, and so when it hits 234 right here, that'll be the stop price. I'll be happy with that. And then if it continues up, just because we're in the margin right now, we're paying that interest rate on some of this margin, so I'd like to recoup some of that from all the negative that we just saw due to the war. So that's part of me recouping that. And this is the daily chart, so this is pretty strong signal over here. I mean, if you look at the previous, let's just do the previous like bulk of the trading, right, is 7 months. Let's go down. Okay, there's 6 months basically. So the last 6 months of trading, sort of before the war, kind of during the war, in this area here. This was our average. So we're back in our average and we're at the top end of it. So that's kind of why I'm interested in getting into a trail stop there. Obviously, we want to see it breach this top line, 245. But it's not going to go past 250 most likely because that's a huge red bar. So let's see if it'll give us, we tap this arrow, put our cursor on the red bar, and it'll show us L2. Level 2 is 523,000 contracts at 249. So lots of people willing for it to not go past that point. All right, I can delete that. Looks good. I'll go back over to features and this is looking all right. So you can see quantity 3, 2 of my contracts were a little bit higher. I believe these are accurate. It's been a while since I've checked, but I think one of my contracts was here and one was at 668, 66. And then the third was like way in this range. These were obviously whenever I bought them over here. So whenever we've already reached 68, 66, 68, 83 will be the next one. So when it reaches that, that'll be essentially break even. This should be right at 2,800 whenever it reaches both of those. But I purchased a third one at a lower cost average. So that's going to bring that up. And the next expiration is June 18th. So we have a while for it to work. You can see the average trading before the war was right here. So we kind of expect it to get back into that range. So I don't know, I'm pretty happy with what this is doing. We're still going up here. I'd like to maybe see this breach and then put a sell in, but I don't want to, also don't want to wait too long and it be back down at just 2,000. So it's a tough decision. But if I wasn't recovering the previous expirations loss where I had to roll over the contracts, I would already have a sell. I'll go ahead and tell you, I would already have some sell orders right here under this hefty chop. There's some chop right here. I would just get under that right there, maybe even down here. That way you're locking in some profits. But yeah, I mean, this is just a game of patience, so we're just waiting. About to make a video on ETFs and leveraged ETFs versus futures. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, go ahead and stick around, and please subscribe and check on that one whenever it comes out next. All right, we're going to keep watching this, and we'll end this video here. I'll let you know on the next one whenever we recoup this, and then we're going to start trading on the hourly again. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed watching these videos, and I hope you are learning something from it, how to trade, how to hopefully increase your savings. And that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.